This is Talk About Toys, hosted by Mike Branscombe, with guest star Seth Beauchemin, featuring a Jiffy Ice Auger with XD drill assembly and special appearances by Steve Swanick, Terry Gilliam, and his brother Daryl. This week on Talk About Toys, we'll be driving up to Hebron, New Hampshire. We're going to meet our guest star Seth Beauchemin, and he'll be showing us his Jiffy Ice Drill with high torque transmission. Seth's going to take us to compete in the 2015 Meredith Rotary Ice Fishing Tournament. We'll compete for cash prizes and see how we fare in the cold and how the camera equipment does too. With the help of some locals, I think we'll do all right. Can we find a good fishing spot? What happens when it gets cold outside? Will the ice drill do its job even though it's an older model? Do we know the right bait and how to fish it? Will our equipment work? Who'll win the tournament? Find out next on Talk About Toys. We're all packed up. We're about to head out. Come on, let's get going. And a quick stop to pick up our guest star and load up the official Talk About Toys vehicle, and we're off.
None of this is authorized. Mike's first big Rotary derby. Yeah.
Let me get this thing, and then we can hit the road. Oh, forgot to turn it on. Get a couple of guys telling fishing stories, and all bets are off. Oh, New London. That doesn't. That's not. We made a common error and failed to perform proper navigation duties.
I don't know, but we overshot. We overshot.
You think? Are we doubling back on the highway, or you got a side route for us?
I got a side route. Take a right. No, we're actually not in that bad a shape.
Well, we're not too far out of the way, and a little side adventure just adds to the fun.
Your GPS let us down.
I know, yeah. What happened to my GPS?
Jesus,
we're doing it old school today. Look at these
they
maps.
Came out with these things like 20 years
maps.
ago. It's called, I don't know.
Well, yeah, hey, are you using the GPS this week? I Seth knows where he's going.
This map actually has patina.
So we need, this is where we're getting bait.
Yep.
What were our B's? Batteries, bait, propane. This is where it really starts. We get to pick out our bait and a few additional odds and ends.
How you doing? How you doing?
What's going on? Hey, little fishing.
Hey, you can get anything here from the game.
Look at those little guys here. Thanks for our little bait bucket. You got a bubbler set up on there?
Yep.
Look at that. Which are the good ones? Which ones are the good ones? They're all good. They're all good? Which are the lucky ones? I guess that's what we need to know.
I got them things.
Yeah? We get our gear, we get 2 sleds, we're set up, and we gotta get there. It looks like we're in a great spot for some ice fishing.
So, people all across the state are hitting it hard. Winnipesaukee will see the lion's share of the fishermen, but here we are on Newfound Lake. We'll hit into some Lakers and some rainbows and some cusk in hopes of hitting the big $15,000 fish. I'd say we're probably half to 3/4 of a mile from where we're standing.
Yep. All right, so here we are. Let's go ice fish and see what happens. What a hike in the snow out to the Bob House with all the equipment. But I bet it is a good spot. Seth has us set up in a spot he's familiar with, and it's about time to get set up with some gear.
So yeah, simple mechanism. You know, once we open it up, we're gonna run the bait out, and then when something bites the line, it just trips that flag, and boom, that's it.
Good feeling about this.
Put a little star on the top of it.
Yeah, the spiritual side of you making it happen because we're winning this thing.
Yeah, you have no shortages, I believe.
I don't really.
We got
what is this thing? Jiffy Ice Auger?
Yep, Jiffy Ice Auger. We got this from Mr. Frank Mellum. Donated this to.
This thing is going to punch as many holes through the ice as we need. As long as we've got fuel for it, these Jiffy machines have been a hallmark tool of ice fishing since Marvin Feldman first started developing the device in 1948.
I'm going to try to get this baby going and pop 15, 20 holes.
All right. Mixed gas?
Yep. Gas. Let's go like that a little bit. Try to get it going.
Oh, yeah. This ice auger is priceless. The time and energy it's going to save us is significant.
Punch 6 holes real quick.
Hopefully we have some gas left to
punch a
put
few more holes.
Let's look a little at our strategy. and see how we go about setting up some traps.
So we got plenty of ice to fish, and we want to try to cover as much territory as possible. We're just running this weight down to the bottom. Once it hits the bottom, we're going to make a little loop where that spot is. When we catch a fish on this line, we have to know when we put it back down which loop it was.
Yeah.
So this is the third loop up from the bait.
Yeah. So
Let's listen in while Seth tells us what we're looking to catch and where we'll find them.
You know, any cusk over 4 or 5 pounds, a lake trout, you know, over 4 pounds, a rainbow over 3 pounds, a perch over 1.5 pounds.
Usually they're right at the bottom, letting stuff, you know, basically come down the ledge, and they're at the bottom, scoffing it up.
So you just reach right in that bait bucket and yank them out of there by hand?
Yep. I hold it just like that. Okay.
Yeah.
The smelt, and now this hook, I want to go right in front of that fin, but not deep at all, or I'll kill him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just barely hook it in there. Boom, get him in there. See you swimming good? Now I put it down in there, and see how I'm waiting for that line to start moving to an angle?
Yeah,
He's running that way. Now a lot of times, they'll take that bait just as I'm sending it down. A fish will see that and come running right to it and grab it. You'll see a marked difference between this next hole we're gonna do and the one past it. You'll see it's probably 15, 20 feet deeper, and that's because we're on the ledge. So my loop, I should say, 2 9 reels is typically what I'll do. And then this, what we want is to, let's get a couple more traps in, and hopefully 1:30 to 3:30 is usually what I call the good afternoon
so
bite. That you can bend down and tend to the flag without standing in slop and sliding and slipping and all that good stuff.
Jiffy Ice Drill. Probably the most popular.
American made.
That's right. Made in America.
South America.
Model 30.
You got 3 free cervezas for every one of these you bought back in. What?
Which one?
Yar matey.
Oh, let's go see the man's hat.
Whenever you get a flag. Okay, so we just made it to the hole finally because we're broke down old men. And the first thing I'm going to do is open this mechanism all the way. This is a prime example. What I want to show you here is how long have we been here?
This trap's been in the water 10 minutes.
And it could be another hour or 2 before we get another flag, and you never know, it could be 5-10 minutes. But there's no point in rushing it.
Because you're showing me the inside of I don't know, the art form of ice fishing, where you got to know.
You got it.
Yeah. When this happens on a trap, you pretty much hang out on it for a while and see what happens, and then the real fun begins if we see another trap.
Seth sure is making it look easy, but it takes a lot of experience and a little bit of luck to put it all together to have any real success. Let's see it happen.
I don't know when you're out of gas.
Not sure what we're going to do. We ran the auger out of gas, and we need to make more holes looking toward the second half of the tournament.
Are you going to stick with what you did there, or are you going to try to modify it?
Yeah, we'll probably move it a little bit in the water column.
Move
Absolutely.
a little bit, bring it
and
up.
that's why if I'm killing it out there and I'm 3 feet off the bottom and you're 6 inches off the bottom,
Then
you move this, and now you have a way to keep track of where you're at.
yeah, it's
You know
about
what I mean?
going with what works.
Absolutely.
And what works for us today is making a good run at winning the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe second. We'll get second place.
Hey.
Like clockwork.
Like clockwork.
Look at that.
Now, if I wanted to, I could put him back in. See that? That's from getting hit from a big fish.
Oh, is it a winner? Tournament winner?
No, but he'd be a good eater.
What do you think? What do you think that is?
Black crappie.
Black crappie.
Again, I don't want to jostle this trap too much. I don't want it to mess around with the bait that's down there. But that right there is good.
Let's listen in while Seth reviews how we're doing so far.
Just like this weekend, we've had a lot of luck. We got a lot of cusk. 7 or 8 cusk now. Probably had 7 or 8 lake trout, some black crappie, but nothing big yet.
I'm a big believer in active bait, you know what I mean?
It's gonna get dark. This is inside of the Bob house. And this is the space that gives us a little heat just before dark. Nice little window. And on the wall, we got a little heater on the floor. That's our lifesaver there. Old-fashioned door handle, a little rope. Give it a tuggy. And we got out the window here too. Look at that steaming. Hey,
Chip?
Seth specialty? Yes, please.
I'm sure glad Steve's part of the crew. He showed up with some extra gas to save us, and we've got a bunch of new holes to drill as we adjust our strategy for day 2 of the tournament.
Is that
A little
a little bit of
sideways.
an angle, or is it me?
Yeah.
That does look like it's at an angle, don't it?
It sure does. See it? Right there. It's going right out there sideways. So,
Do you want to see a cusk?
well, I want to win a tournament first.
Well, that's exciting. That's like having a lottery ticket just waiting to be scratched.
Yeah. Well,
It's just about morning, and good thing. The cold is getting a bit much. Don't worry, I'll show a cusk in the next scene. You'll see one yet. It's a new day, and we're all set up to make a legitimate run to get on the tournament board.
and it just keeps going. It just keeps going, and I feel like the next flag is going to be the one. We're going to bring it all home. Bring it home?
We'll bring it home.
Bring it home. 2015 Rotary Derby Tournament, and we've just been slaying them all day. You do with the sounder, you take the sounder, you clip it on the line, you send that down, and that helps you find the bottom. Oh no! Did it go in the hole?
We thought we were stuck, but as luck would have it, watch what happens when these guys showed up literally about a minute after the sounder went in the lake.
No. I gotta be honest, I don't. Oh man. Awesome.
Lifesaver.
Awesome.
We're not all bad.
No.
Lifesaver.
You guys are as good as it gets.
We got a new sounder and an inside look at how these guys go about some of their fishing and the technique learned from experience on the ice.
I'm sure the day I catch one on it, I'll change my
I
mind.
used to be that way. I couldn't jig. I hate jigging. I always hated it. That's all. I won't even put a tip up in now. I'll only jig. More on that than you do on the other ones. That's a pretty good little trick too. That one, man.
Here we get a chance to discuss technique and the age-old question, tip up or jig.
Put a couple, chum it just a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, you guys don't mind being on video, do you?
No.
How you doing? Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, then, Daryl.
We're legal right now.
Thanks again, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate all the help.
Oh yeah.
You know it.
I love it.
looks like there's still a little bit of brotherhood out on the lake.
Here we are, it's the final stretch of the tournament. Seth's gonna pull out some final tricks here and see if we can't finish up strong.
Nice, Steve. There you go, buddy. Yeah, Steve Swanwick, 2015 Rotary Derby return. Steve.
There it is.
I'd say he's a good what? 18-incher?
Play him up.
You know, this one I can already tell there's probably something on there.
Just the angle
See
of
that
it?
angle of that line going
Yeah.
off that way? I mean, here's the thing with cusk especially, you're not really trying to set the hook.
You're just pulling it up.
You're just pulling it up nice and slow and
All right.
steady.
I'd rather.
Could be a $15,000 fish. Don't forget. Straight up. You don't even want to give him a chance to play ya. Unless he's pulling like really effing hard.
I feel some head wobbles. And there he's pulling hard. Oh, here we are.
Nice cusk, Mike.
First size.
Nice cusk.
Only other ice fish I got was white perch, so this is
Yeah.
good for me.
Yeah, very nice, Mike. Any movement? No movement.
Trap's tilted over though.
Trap is tilted.
And you just wait till that stops running and then it just stopped. Oh, it looks like it went straight down to the bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, maybe he's just coming. Oh,
See, now it's moving again. It's rocking that. It's going for it.
you gotta do it.
No, it's just a little guy.
Oh. Oop, and off you go. Back to Fishland.
Back to Fishland. You smelt, keep your lines tight, and fish on. Hey, when you're having flag action like that, you can't be unhappy. You know, everybody dreams about winning the Derby, and of course, again, because you keep listening to the People's Choice there. I don't know what station this is.
The one that comes in.
There's another station that actually gives us a number. There's a drawing for thousands of dollars, and you have ticket number such and such and such and such. And
I need to take a picture of your ticket too.
oh, you do.
Well, just so then, like when I say,
Trying to get your hands on my ticket.
No, I don't want it. At least, but overall, we've done well. Our gear's worked really well, and for me, fishing, we've had flags popping up all over the place.
Yeah, we've had good activity.
It gets super cold at night, but we're going to stay in it because you never know. The last fish could be the one.
Last trap of the day, middle of the night. Looks like, sneak him out of that hole. Yeah, I keep him away from the hole. Hey, look at that. Not a bad little catch. So what is that,
Nice
20
maker.
inches? 20-inch lake trout?
Yeah, 19, 20 inch. And
Good
got him on a
fish.
cusk line, so we're gonna put him right back in.
Yeah. Do it the right way.
Let him get his breath.
Wow, you can't beat that. Coming out to check that one last trap.
That's how we end 2015 Rotary Derby.
2015. Yeah, I think, it looks like it's a good way to go, good activity. A lot of the people we met were really kind of fantastic. I think there's a brotherhood out on the lake in the winter.
Time to pack it up and run for the hills. Or in our case, a local restaurant that's known for a nice corned beef sandwich.
Home sweet home.
Well, it's been a great show. We met our guest star, Seth Beauchemin, drove up to Hebron, New Hampshire, and he showed us his Jiffy Ice Drill in action. This ice auger poked holes through the ice, showed us how reliable it is, and as long as we had gas to keep it going, didn't let us down, that's for sure. Competing in the Rotary tournament was a blast, and we had some great chances to get on the board. We met some great people who lent us a helping hand, and we kept chasing down and fielding flags and catching fish with almost non-stop action. I have to admit, I was very impressed with how active the fishing was. If only there was a better way to hump around from hole to hole. Seth was gifted a new sounder, and I lost count of how many holes we made with the Jiffy Ice Drill, about as fast as I lost count of how many fish we caught. Steve saved the weekend with the late night gas delivery, and we shared some fishing tales and techniques out on the ice. Well, we didn't manage to get on the board, but a few fish that got away could have been the one. It's not really fair being distracted by the camera equipment all day, but hey, at least nobody managed to step in one of the holes. Turns out there's a little brotherhood left out on the lake. These guys sure saved us some trouble with the new sounder. Good thing too, turns out the lake is teeming with fish. I got so tired going from flag to flag. Seth really put us on some great fishing, and we had a great time making a go of it. We caught some cusk, some really nice lake trout, and a black crappie too. The environment is a little tough, but what an adventure! At night, it sure can feel as remote as being on the moon. I remembered to turn the cameras on sometimes and had just enough batteries to power through. Please take a moment to subscribe to our channel, and remember to tune in to the next episode. The guest star could be your neighbor, it could be you. We gotta get the hook out of him somehow.
Yeah, well, that's when it's like you caught it. Yeah.
These have teeth? They do. They do.
Barely. Barely.
He does not want me to open his mouth.
He's gonna make a great chowder fish.
Oh, little jumpy.
Yeah, don't forget he's got spines.
Oh, he does?
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. I had to, Mike. I'm sorry. I had to.
It's all right.
I'm sorry. It's like 10 times the sting of a bee. It's no big deal.
Yeah.